Hey there! You probably got to this video because you were looking for ways to help your child deal with DPDR. You're not alone in this. Many parents reach out to me and ask me how they can help their child who's going through depersonalization or derealization. So to make it easy for everyone, I decided to make this video. I'm going to give you some helpful tips on how you can be a good parent during this time. Let's delve right in. First of all, who am I? My name is Swamy, and I am the creator of DP No More, which is an online course that helps people recover from depersonalization and derealization. I also run a blog and this YouTube channel specifically dedicated to helping DPDR sufferers. I understand that you're trying desperately to help your child with depersonalization and derealization. But to help them better, you need to first understand a little bit about depersonalization and derealization. You see, depersonalization and derealization are dissociative disorders. A person who is going through them feels disconnected either with themselves or the world around them. When they feel disconnected from themselves, it's known as depersonalization, and when they are disconnected from the world around them, it's known as derealization. These two are usually present together, and from here on, I'm going to collectively refer to them as DPDR. Let me tell you something. DPDR is really hard. I personally suffered from this disorder, and I have first-hand experience of how scary, daunting, and frustrating this experience can be. So your son or daughter who's going through this isn't just acting out. They are really suffering. You need to understand that. A lot of young people become depersonalized or derealized after smoking marijuana or consuming weed. There are quite a number of causes and triggers for DPDR as well. I made a video earlier talking about such causes and triggers, and I'll leave a link in the description for that video in case you want to know more. Right now, your son or your daughter is in a very confused state. They're not sure what is happening to them. They're afraid that they might go insane, which is a very common fear of DPDR sufferers. They're having all sorts of scary thoughts going through their head right now. They may also feel emotionally numb. As a parent, you feel this suffering yourself. It's hard to watch your child go through this, and I commend you for trying to help them. First of all, begin by understanding what DPDR really is. I've always said that a cure to DPDR begins with the right understanding. If you don't know what your child is dealing with, then you cannot help them. Read up on articles about this disorder. You can watch videos on my channel or go to my website, A Coach Called Life, and read all the articles that I have published there to increase your understanding of this disorder. All of this content is available free of charge. Once you begin to grasp what DPDR truly is, you will understand that it is not a harmful disorder. And when you understand that, let your child know that they're not in any real danger. Right now, they may be feeling extremely unsafe. This is what happens during DPDR. Their feeling of safety is taken away from them. But as a parent, you can help them rebuild and re-establish the sense of safety. DPDR may be a very uncomfortable experience, and it can produce feelings, thoughts, and emotions that are scary and confusing. But in the end, these are not directly harmful. This is just the body's way of reacting to stress and trauma. You've got to let them know that. This is just like when you experience a fever when you get an infection. The fever is just a natural reaction to the infection, and once the body heals from this infection, the fever is gone. The same principle applies here. What I often see in kids and teenagers experiencing DPDR is that they are especially prone to feeling hopeless. I've talked to several parents who tell me how their once outgoing, happy kid has now become reclusive, depressed, or feels hopeless as the days go by. This is very common in young people, and I want you to understand that. Young people's brains have not fully developed yet. They are at the mercy of their emotions. This is why you can actually really get excited and appear full of life when you're young, but at the same time, when you undergo something challenging, something emotionally challenging, you get overwhelmed by these emotions. You tend to easily fall prey to negative emotions when you're young. You, as a parent, need to provide a balance to these emotions. Foster hope in them. Offer them daily words of encouragement. Tell them they're going to be all right. Tell them they're going to recover. Tell them the recovery can be slow and gradual, but they will recover. Foster that sense of confidence in them. It's okay for your kid to feel sad during this time. Tell them that. It's okay to feel sad and scared. But at the same time, let them know that it won't always be like this. DPDR is not going to be permanent. Their condition is not going to be always like this forever. And here's something important. While you can offer hope and support, your kid has to do their part as well. They need to start believing that they will recover. That belief is a crucial part of their recovery. To feel normal again, they need to do normal things. Things that they did before they became derealized or depersonalized. See if you can set them up with a good routine. At this point in their life, they need some structure, and routines provide that structure. Routines help them naturally take their mind off of DPDR. Make sure they go to bed and get a good night's sleep, and that they wake up at a reasonable hour in the morning. Let your kid make it a habit to get some moderate amount of exercise and make sure they eat good, healthy, whole foods. Start with those things first. They don't have to be busy all the time. Having routines really help, but at the same time, it's okay to take breaks and just be alone and not do anything. They can follow a routine that has some activities followed by breaks and downtime. If possible, now would be a good time for your kid to pick up a hobby or some kind of sport. A lot of their mental energy is now focused inwards on themselves during DPDR. They're just thinking about what's going to happen to them, how they're missing out on life, and they're thinking about the past and how different it used to be. So, all of these thoughts just make them feel bad. This is what's known as a negative spiral. These thoughts don't help them at all. See if you can help them understand that. At this time, they may need some distraction from the constant rumination and the constant worrying. So, having a hobby or working on a simple side project can really help them take their mind off of such thoughts. Don't force any of this on them. Just offer it as a suggestion and even provide rewards if they do their part. Also, understand that some kids can feel ashamed or even guilty of their DPDR. They feel like they did something wrong. You, as a parent, can help them feel less ashamed or guilty of themselves. Help them understand that this is nothing more than a body's reaction to stress and trauma. There's nothing to be ashamed of or guilty of it. This can happen to anyone. Finally, spend 20 to 30 minutes a day talking with them about how they're feeling and just check in with them. Let them just vent their feelings out and just try to listen without any kind of judgment. Don't force them to talk either. Sometimes if they just want to spend time with you in silence, let them do that. And sometimes just, taking them out on a walk in nature or to their favorite place can be healthy. You can also spend time with them by going through a depersonalization book or a set of videos. My program DP No More offers step-by-step method for finding relief from DPDR. A lot of parents will sit with their kids and watch my course and go over this program and help them work out the exercises and help them understand what is happening to them. And I get emails from these parents letting me know how much it has helped their kid feel better and move closer towards recovery. As a parent, it can be really hard watching your kid go through this. This is such a hard time in their life, but I'm happy that they have you and you can help your kid with this. You can let them know that this is not going to be permanent. First of all, you yourself should understand that. And once you do, you can help let your kid know that this is not going to be permanent, that they can recover from DPDR. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful to you. And I also have a video on how you can support people going through DPDR generally, and I will post a link to that video in the description, so be sure to check that out as well. I want to thank you for doing this, and I wish your child a successful recovery. Take care now, and I'll see you in the next video.